What we gonna do right now is go back, way back.
Let me hear you say, hey, 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 Mark, come on, shake, come on. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 Mark, because they do the round. Fat girls like do the round, woo. Fat girls, let me see you grind, woo. Fat girls just doing their own thing, right there with the fat thing. Fat girls just shake them thighs. Fat girls don't make y'all rock.
Excuse me.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash?
Rock, but like that girl, hit the ground, hit it up, and you hear the sound. Fat girl just looking so sweet. Fat girl don't make it eat. Fat girl just shake it, don't wait. Big man, let me see you do a spin. Let go, let me see you touch the ground. Shake it up, back down. Top me and in the house. Rock it out, work it, work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 like you around. Fat girl keep going so quick. Fat girl just move the damn hip. Fat girl get down, don't stop. Fat girl wanna see the pop. Shake it, stop, fat girl, take it fast. Fat girl, nigga wanna see that. Fat girl bounce like a pro. Fat girl go what you know. Fat girl shake till you rip through what? And the web cuts hard part two. Look to the house, y'all know the game. Fat girl, don't have no shame. Shake that up, bounce to the beat. Fat girl shake it, jiggle like me. St. Louis, back to the top. Like I like to do the ride. Work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 like do the ride. Hey, 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 mo, hey. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 mo, hey. Big girls like to do the ride. Shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground.
Now sick of this. Now I want to show y'all a real show with the big girls.
Oh, fat girl, brought three. Can't hang with 106 beat. Fat girl know the happen, don't quit. Fat girl run like you own it. Put your hands on your hips and grip it. Nothing new, I'm loose like it off the that. Fat girl bring through the top of the ground. If not, I'ma pull the business down. Fat girl bounce hot, stop tripping. If you do get chicken and hot bitch, with a lot right, come to night speed. I really shit get the day to wear a tee. Bounce fat girl, show the boys a shot. Let me see if the fat or not. Don't put fat girl, y'all like it down. Let you out, let me see y'all do the rap.
I'm serious. Where you are, not ever. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing?
Big girl, 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 big girl.
Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your beat is so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass.
Yo, what's up, y'all? For another edition of yours truly, Uncle Luke Show. Hopefully you all miss me because I wanted y'all to miss me. I wanted y'all to, I do these type of things every now and then where what I do is I'll go get missing for a few days or a few weeks. That's why I'm not really good at relationships. I just did a post on TikTok. I'll make you fall in love with me. Some people say it's inconsistency, but I'll make you fall in love with me. You'll fall in love with the show and you'll get so invested and you get so much love into the show. And then before you know it, I'm gone. It's like, where's Luther Campbell? He left out the back door. He's no longer here. We're looking for him. We miss him. We miss him. I'm gone. But then I reappear. And before you know it, I come give it to you. More. But you love it. It's the key to it all. I'm going to give you what you love because I'm going to keep it to you blood raw. A lot of people have a tendency of wanting to interview me. They always talk about, look, I want to interview you, Luke. I want to interview you. And I go, no. And I charge these people thousands of dollars to be interviewed, to interview. And they pay it, obviously. But you get to get it free. And that's why I tell you to go into the chat at any given time and just go in the chat and be like, yo, ask me a question. You can follow me on all my different pages. Uncle Luke Real One, X, Uncle Luke Real One, Instagram, Uncle Luke TV, YouTube, Uncle Luke fan page on Facebook. And that's where a lot of people be at in the chat. They be like, yo, they go to the fan page and to YouTube and they ask me a lot of questions. I'm okay with the questions. It's not a problem. I love answering questions because it's important to you to understand where I'm coming from. So it's a beautiful thing. It's absolutely beautiful thing, man. I just like when people come on here and say, Luke, here's a question for you, but I'm gonna get into the Q&A later on in the show. It's been a lot going on since I've been going. I'm happy you guys are here. I got like 5 different phones going on here and with 5 different people, and one new phone. I don't know how to turn the volume off, but I'll figure it out some kind of way. Throw it out the window like I always do. But welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy that you're able to join us. Hopefully your week and your weekend is going good. I hope that everything that is happening in your life right now is positive, because I want it to be positive. Shouts out to all the people all across the country that's looking at this broadcast right here. Get in the chat. Tell me where you're from. I recognize where you at. That's really important to me because I like to know who I'm talking to, because most people think this is a local show. Unfortunately, it's not, because I'm a national brand, international, national brand, and we have to talk about things all around the country, all around the world, whether it's sports, entertainment, and politics. That's what we do right here, and we give it to you blood raw. Sometimes I have guests on, and I bring those guests on, and they give it to you blood raw, because I don't want no politically correct guests to come on the show to slow you down or give you something that you ain't expecting. So we keep it a buck. You know, starting next week, we're gonna be giving some of the outtakes from the Peep Show interviews. You know, I did this first. I did this whole podcast thing first, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know it was considered as a podcast, but it was actually a show. So everything that you see, Shay and this one doing and that one doing, I did it first. I'm a leader of what I do. I don't follow people, unfortunately. You know, I was told a long time ago, it was like, yo, you need to do podcasts because you do so good on Twitter X and you have thousands of people talking about politics and sports and entertainment. You know, I go live on Instagram and there's thousands of people on there. And before you know it, go viral. Then I go to TikTok and I get kicked off because, you know, I don't know what them people are on over there. I'll be glad when they get rid of the app. To be real with you, I will be happy when they get rid of TikTok, the app. I know some of y'all might be like, look, don't do it. We're making so much money over here. You'll find another way. And it'll be another situation. It'll be another app. One thing about it, we ain't short on apps. Somebody will find another way for you to be able to make money. You can always like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube page. Please do that. But the most important thing here, ladies and gentlemen, is to know I'm going to give it to you blood raw. That's the most important thing. You know, I love doing this show. I love talking to you guys. I love entertaining you guys. And it's a beautiful thing. So with that said, we're just going to get into it. Florida Gators won the national championship. So a lot of people are saying won the national championship in basketball if you were hiding up on a rock, college basketball. A lot of people are saying, and they're so excited about this. And I was asked a question on my radio show today, Andy Slater Sports Radio Show. It's called Luke Tuesday. You can check me out on the show every Tuesday. I do a segment. I used to do the whole show, but I can't sit down with him and do a whole show. But a lot of people are talking about, oh, man, is this the new fabric of NCAA? And, Luke, you were at the forefront of paying players. Never told that story before. One day I will. But at the end of the day, the players you see right now, there's two parts of this. The University of Florida wins the national championship. The players on the team all were 0 stars. 0 stars. So where are we going with this? Where are we going with this, Luke? Is that the new thing? That guys who went to JUCO and went from JUCO and worked their way up and became 6-year seniors, and they're the oldest team, they're guys who should be in the G League are just on the verge of not being able to make the G League cut. That's where you at. Because when everybody gets their grade, their draft grade, whether it's football, baseball, or basketball, they get a draft grade that determines whether or not they leave college or the institution and move on to the professional ranks because they got this draft grade. And it says you're going to the G League, you're going AAA, you're going to the Rock League in football. So you have to make that decision at that moment and saying, do I stay in college for another year? I could do 2 more years. I can do 5 years total. I'm in my 3rd year. I'm on my 4th year. I went from a junior college to Waxahachie State, and then I went from Waxahachie State to FAU, and then I went from FAU to the University of Florida or some Power 5 school, and now I'm in my 5th year, and I'm old, and I've seen a lot of basketball, and I've played a lot of basketball, similar to Cam Ward, who has played more football than any other quarterback in the draft. And by the way, I love Shedeur Sanders. That's my nephew. So don't say nothing bad about it. But at the end of the day, Cam Ward has played more football than any quarterback in the draft. No different than the players on the University of Florida basketball team. So people say, is this the new NCAA? The other part of that is you see all these students going crazy and they're loving it, and they're in the gymnasium, they're having a ball that their college just won the national championship. But are they really students of that university? Are they really students of that university? Maybe a few. How many guys on each one of these teams that came from high school, got a scholarship, played there for 4 years, 3 years, or whatever it may be, and stayed there their entire time? They're students. They are the students. But students right now are cheering these guys on. That's their professional team. Just keep it a buck. That is their professional team. Colleges now have professional sports franchise. Gainesville has a professional team called the University of Florida Sports Program. Those are not students. I'm sorry. And not just to say this for University of Florida, but every other school. I'm looking at a guy crying on the TV for Houston. I've been in my 6th year here, and I really wanted it so bad for my coach. Now, I don't know whether or not he was there for 6 years at Houston. I would hope so. But all of these students, all these professional players on these teams in college, they're professionals. The days of the student roaming the hall and him coming from high school, you got excited when he was recruited, and you went to the recruitment party and the big thing in the gymnasium or the auditorium or the theater, and they rolled out the recruits for that year, and they came on stage and like, yeah, we're here. We came from Belgrade, and we got the number one player from Belgrade. We got the number one player from Miami. We got the number one player from Mobile, Alabama, and all these people are here. They came to our school, and we embraced them as our fellow colleagues, students first, athletes second. Those days are gone. Out of there. Why did you think you saw the change in the SEC, all of a sudden, they got all these teams in the big dance? When it was regular playing, you had ACC was the dominant league. And before the ACC, it was the Big East. And then ACC robbed the Big East of some of their top schools like Syracuse and VTech and things like that, and went over to the ACC, and they became the dominant basketball, the mecca of basketball, similar to the SEC in football. But the SEC, we all know, got all the money. The Big Ten has all the money. You only saw one little measly franchise called Duke in the final. How long is that going to last? I don't know. But what I'm getting at, people, these are professional teams that are located on college campuses with very, very old people. They're hurting high school sports. The road to get to a Power 5 or a big-time school to get the big-time check, because ultimately you're going to get the big-time check, that road is not slim to none to go straight from high school to professional. Remember when they were talking about LeBron James? He could have, in those basketball players, he went straight from high school to professional sports. And then it was like, yo, they need to do that for football too. And football said, no, no, no. Baseball said, no, no, no. They got around it. They got around it. They just made college sports professional. And you just stay on the campus. And you entertain the 12,000 people or the 20,000 people that come to Gainesville Arena. Starkville Arena. Knoxville Arena. And you entertain them and the students. And people will pay big prices to see that. That's what you got, people. It's all professional. Now, I'm the main guy who said pay the players. But at the end of the day, you pay the players and then you got the transfer portal on top of it, making universal free agency. No, there's things that need to be done to straighten that out. But I'm not going to harp on that. Congratulations to the students of Florida, University of Florida, because I represent the entire state. Yes, I'm representing number one, Miami, Florida. That's where I'm from, born and raised. It's in the county of Dade. That's me, Dade, all day. But at the end of the day, when I leave the country and leave out of town, I say I'm from Miami, Florida, and I represent the state, even though my friends who are diehard Hurricane fans hate the University of Florida, but they could do that because they don't represent the state. I represent the state of Florida. For real. And that's what I do. So I'm happy for those folks in Gainesville for one day. Just one day. Today, I'm happy for y'all. And it's about to run out. 24 hours from the time you won the championship. It'll be ran out. It'll be back. Fuck the Gators, especially in football. We don't like you all. But that's what you have, ladies and gentlemen. You have professional sports on university college campuses. And if you have a student athlete like me, you know, you got to figure out the path as to where that young man is going to go and how he's going to go and where he's going to go and how he's going to get there. Shouts out to the Coaches Coalition in the state of Florida. There was a vote today. I got to ask ChatGPT if we won the vote, where we've been fighting for so many years for high school coaches in the state of Florida to get paid. And the legislative body heard it today. Hopefully they passed it. I'll find that information out real soon. Hopefully it's not a big debate and they got to keep going on and on and on, because high school coaches in the state of Florida, they get less than 13 cents a day to coach sports. I don't care what sport it is, in public schools. Now the private schools, they pay what they want to pay. They're paying $100,000 this and all that. They're doing what they want to do. But in public school, those coaches are getting treated so bad, it's worse than slave pay. And so that case is that is being brought up into Florida state legislature to increase the pay of high school coaches here in the state of Florida, which I hope it passed. I'm pretty sure it's going to be passing. But that's another thing. So now let's get to this whole Kanye West thing. You got Kanye West, Drake, Diddy, and every day they're trying to give Jay-Z a case. Jay-Z ain't did nothing to nobody. Jay-Z just making money. But I guess you have to continue going after the people on the top of the mountain. And that's what it is, people. People are on the top of the mountain. Everybody want to knock them off. Whether you are on the top of the mountain or me or any one of us, when you get to the top of the mountain, they want to knock you off by all means necessary, by any chance that they can get. But then there are some people who sold their soul to get to the top of the mountain. Now, if you sold your soul, Kanye West or anybody else, to get to that top of the mountain, and all of a sudden, them folks up there say, hey, look, we got a new nigga to replace you, then you get all in your feelings, and then all of a sudden you want to bash everybody and you want to go crazy. No, that's not the way to go. You know how you got up to the top of the mountain. Okay, they told you to step back. We got us a new nigga. Then you step back and you make your ends meet and you do your thing and you support your family and you continue building generational wealth. It ain't like you get ready to go and work as a labor worker. It ain't like you get ready to go work as a labor worker at the Coca-Cola plant. No. It ain't like you get ready to go cut grass or be on the back of a garbage truck. No. You're still going to be making millions and millions of dollars, but you are not going to be the guy that they put at the focal point of what they're trying to do, because they control it. I never decided to sell my soul. I had opportunities to do that. I was put in the room with several people, and they say, okay, these are the soul searchers and the soul people, and we want you to be a part of this conglomerate group. And I said, no, no, thank you. I get my money drip by drip by drip by drip. I work for mine. No, I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm sorry. I'm going to die. When I die, I'm going to die a proud black man. I'm going to raise proud black men, children, and all that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. You're not for no fame, not for no money, none of that. I don't give a shit. I'll get my money. I'm happy where I'm at, but I don't need it. I don't need to be sitting at the front row at the award show. I don't need to be put into the liquor deal and then say everybody buy the liquor. I don't need to have the big sneaker deal and all that there. I don't need all this shit here. I don't need the fragrance. I'm good. See, a lot of people, when they say money is the root of all evil, it is the root of all evil. But when they start taking it away from you and start taking the fame away from some of these people, they can't handle it. And they get on this damn apps and then they go crazy. They lose their fucking mind. And you be like, what's wrong with them? No, just go sit your ass down. And a lot of this stuff is manufactured. That's why I'm kind of glad my man Drake dropped the damn lawsuit, because that didn't make no sense. Everybody been doing the payload. Payola been around for 100 years. People have been buying records from the record stores for 100 years to make you think that this record is number one when the record wasn't number one. So to get on a platform and say, oh, I'm going to sue because the thing that I've done to make me successful, no. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Back in the old days, what they would do, the record comes out, the record be number one on the charts of Billboard, and everybody's like, oh, you got a number one on the Billboard charts. You know how the record became number one on the Billboard charts? Let me tell you. The major record labels bought the record. He was right. Well, they bought streams and they bought likes and they bought all these things. Yes, they're doing it right now today to make you feel like you are missing out on the number one song. Go to the little store. Hey, they got that barcode thing. Where the barcode at? Where's the barcode? There we go. Barcode. Barcode. That thing right there. The barcode. Scan that motherfucker. If I send you 1,000 of these lights and say you scan them in the store and you just keep them, then now I got 100,000 stores around the country scanning that motherfucker at least 1,000 times. I just went platinum. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm giving y'all some shit that you ain't never gonna find. I never hear about nowhere on the thing. If I'd have said this a long time ago, which I wouldn't have said it a long time ago, they probably would have knocked me the fuck off. But half of the artists are manufactured, and then the shit be number one on the Billboard charts, and you're like, what the fuck? I didn't like that song when I first heard it, but it's number one, so I must be missing out. They play with your brains. I need to then like this motherfucker, because I'm missing out. Why am I so behind? Because nobody wants to be behind on anything. So half of these fucking artists, when Drake goes to sue a motherfucker for buying streams and shit, if you know about it, then that means you was about it too. If you know about it, that means you was about it too. So they've been doing it forever. Half of these motherfuckers got 24 billion followers. That shit is manufactured. Really? I've had probably 80,000 followers on Twitter for maybe 10 years with not one new follower. You got to tell me my sorry ass can't get one new follower, one new motherfucker, and they calculate that shit up and say, oh, we're following Luke. If I get one new follower every day, 365 days out of the year, then I'll have 365 new followers. It don't happen. Unfortunately. It's all bullshit. Manufactured to make you think that motherfucker's that it. He has 21, because we're defined on how many followers we have. That motherfucker got 21 million followers. He's the shit. And then he do a post and only 3,000 people comment. Everything is manufactured because you people, they figure you all are small-minded people and you all go for hype shit. You buy into the hype. You got a fucking president of the United States of America right now. You bought into the hype. And now most of y'all done fucked around and found out. The lady wasn't fly enough, crazy enough. She wasn't jazzy enough. She wasn't politically incorrect enough. She wasn't talking about grab a motherfucker by the dick. And he was talking about grab a motherfucker by the pussy for y'all to be like, oh, that motherfucker cool. Shit, that motherfucker say grab by the pussy. That bitch say you fine. I like that shit. And then they say everybody like that shit. And then you going, I like that shit. I need to be a part of the people. I like that shit. I don't want to be the one to be voting for the boring lady who telling us if we vote for this motherfucker, we're gonna lose our job, we're gonna lose our pension, the stock market is gonna crash, motherfuckers gonna get deported. Who think it's just crazy. My fellow Cuban Americans, I love y'all so fucking much. And y'all cape for that motherfucker Trump so bad. My good friends, a lot of y'all Haitian people did it too. Latinos for Trump. Latino. This shit, I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. Motherfucker jumped out there for Trump. Latino for Trump. Latino. How the fuck is that working out for you? Hey, look, I don't give a shit. He called my country a shithole of a country. Rick Scott told me to vote for this motherfucker. I'm voting for him. All my homeboys in the goddamn barbershop. Man, Luke, man, you with that bullshit, man. You fucking around with that Kamala Harris. Man, that motherfucking lady don't know shit. Thank you, Martez Miller. I love you. I got a job for you when I go to Detroit. I want to film my show live. I want to stream my show live. And that is going to be your job. Please send me a budget, Montez. I love you, my sister. We got to get together because I need to do this podcast shit for real. I like all this shit behind the people around me. They want me to do some old cute ass shit. Oh, go in the thing in there and do all that and be outside. And no, I like all my shit. Everything in here represents something. Fucking represent when I went to Pro Tools. This motherfucker was before I went to Pro Tools. That's a 2-track. Sports Weekend when I was laying in the fucking bed. Album cover. My Dallas Cowboys. Hey, man, Lenny Harris, stand the fuck up. My homeboy, Lenny Harris, baseball player. But I'm saying, them people jumped out there talking about some fucking Latinos for Trump. The Venezuelans, the Cubans. They got a big poster right now and say, traitors. They got Carlos Jimenez on the poster. They got fucking down here. They got Marco Rubio on the poster and some other Spanish lady I don't fucking know. These are Cubans, immigrants. And now they're deporting their own people. 500,000 Cubans. They had to slow down around here deporting motherfuckers because Chrome is full up. Shouts out to Detroit. I love y'all. I love fucking Detroit. That's my favorite town. I'm going to end up moving to Detroit. Maybe I'll find me a wife there. Fuck this. I'll stop dating. I got rid of all my friends and girlfriends today. I just sent them motherfuckers pink slips. I did like goddamn Elon Musk. Your time is up. I'm done. Fuck that. I can't take it. That's a whole nother fucking podcast. I do not understand women today. But that's a whole nother thing. Let me stay on this fucking Trump and these people. So you voted for this guy. Stock market crashing like a motherfucker. Your 401k look like shit. You listen to the motherfucking propaganda machine called Fox News, and they're telling you, it's going to be all right. One lady on there talking about, oh, I don't care about my 401. Bitch, you don't care about your 401 because you're making a fucking $1 million a day on that goddamn network. And your asshole, you putting your money in the bank right now. Ain't no such thing as 401k with them motherfuckers on the news. They making big motherfucking money. They ain't making no goddamn peanuts. They can afford to leave their money in the 401k because they know at some point the market is going to bounce back. And half of them motherfuckers old. And they taking the money that they're receiving from their check right now. And they, no, I'm not putting that shit in no goddamn 401k. Or nor am I going to be invested in the stock market right now. I'm saving that shit. So you fucking voted for the wrong shit. Arizona, Michigan. Boy, that Michigan. I love Michigan so much. But Michigan, Oh, I mean, them damn I don't what they them Arabs in Michigan, y'all went into the events and went off on Kamala talking about you getting ready to do this to Hamas and all that. Not a man for to take your whole fucking country and build beachfront property. My fellow Cubans down here, chrome full up. When they empty that motherfucker out and start deporting them people, then they got to put more people in. That bitch overcrowded right now, so they really can't go get them, putting them more people in there. So ICE is chilling until that bitch empty out. Then they gonna bring some more people in there. So everybody sitting up there, these motherfuckers down here sitting there saying, "Oh my God, y'all traitors." No, they're not traitors. They lied to you. That's what politicians do. That's why people are pushing me so hard. Luke, we need you to run for Congress. And it's on my mind so bad. It's on my mind. It is on my mind like a motherfucker. And I'm going to, at some point, I'm going to announce whether I'm going to do it or not. I was this close before. I actually got my fucking checkbook. But there were some things legally I didn't know that I had to get brought up on. I had to do some general cleaning myself, like put all my shit in a trust and how much money I could generate as a congressman. So I learned that in the fourth quarter of the game with 1 minute left on the clock. And I was like, can't do this. I don't have a fucking trust. I would have had time to do it, but I need to understand all the nuances of it all. But I didn't do it. But a lot of people feel betrayed right now. You're sitting there, you voted for a motherfucker to take your job because you went for the flashy shit. You went for the flashy shit. Then you got your homeboy Elon Musk, Mr. Tesla, who making all this motherfucking money from the federal government because he built those damn electric cars. Best thing y'all did for him is to fuck his stock up. He's paying like a motherfucker about the Crown TV and having car sales shops over at the White House lawn. But at the end of the day, you voted for a dude who is getting federal money because he's making electric cars. See, when you make like the combustion system and all these different things, when you make things that fucks up our ecosystem or fuck up our atmosphere, like cars, and they don't want these cars riding around because the carbon is going in the air and it's killing the atmosphere, and we all to be, our kids to be dead in 50 years or some shit like that. And so they say, okay, well, we can't be having this much exhaust going into the atmosphere. So if you are a company and if you decide that you're going to make some shit where you can control the combustion system or the shit that's going up into the atmosphere, we as the federal government will give you grant money to do that. So that's how Elon Musk is getting all this motherfucking money, because he got all this money. He created these electric cars. He said, fuck this shit, but he got greedy. I got these motherfuckers electric cars. Stand on politics. Y'all gonna pay me this money. So all of a sudden, everybody wants to say, oh, Elon Musk is getting billions and trillions of dollars for the federal government because he got them electric cars. But tell the truth. He got greedy. Like, fuck this shit. I'm finna rob these dumb motherfucking Americans. I'm a South African. I could do that apartheid shit what my daddy did in South Africa. See, y'all don't be knowing who y'all fucking with. Y'all don't be knowing who you're fucking with. You be sitting up here fucking with these people, man, and you don't know who you fucking with. You better learn their history, but y'all want to know everybody else's history. You want to look at me and say, look, you misogynistic pig. You fucking got the girls on stage dancing naked. You made these songs talking about we want some pussy and all that there, and you ain't shit. Meanwhile, you voted for the president who say, I'm going to grab this bitch by her pussy. I wait. They call that a selective enforcement. And not knowing what's right and what's wrong. Unfortunately, that's what we at, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we at in this world today. Now everybody's making an excuse for the excuse that they made, and all these people running around protesting. No fucking way I'm gonna get in no goddamn protest in those streets. That's a bunch of fucking white people who could not stomach voting for Kamala Harris. So now they feel liberated. Oh, we gotta go. This motherfucker done fucked up our job. He done fucked up our 401k. He done fucking privatized. He done fucking tore down the Department of Education where we was getting all this money from our private schools. This motherfucker here done got rid of DEI and DEI. You know who's getting all the DEI opportunities? White women. This motherfucker want to tell us we can't have abortion. You know who the most people who are doing the abortions? White women. You know, black people. They may seem like a black thing. It's not a black thing. DEI is a white thing. And all the black people online talking about, well, you know, we did vote at 85%. We sitting there chilling. I'm not going out there. You motherfucker fucked around and found out. I'm not going out there. That's the white people who fucked up, who fucked around and found out. I am not voting for this black bitch. See, because this is what they did. They did the math. The math said, if I vote for Kamala Harris and she becomes the president, it's very difficult to beat an incumbent. Well, she's going to be the president. It's very good. That means she'll probably be the president for 8 years. And then after her 8 years, she gets to a point who becomes the president for the next 8 years because she'll be in the catbird seat. So that's a total of 16 years of this black lady rule. Them motherfuckers like, oh, fuck that. We'll vote for this misogynistic pig, this fucking convicted felon, this goddamn motherfucker. We'll vote for this his homeboy, this guy who want to sit around and play with spaceships at dinner and shit. Who got the brains of his little son. You know, go and file these motherfuckers. Okay, I'll file these people. Meanwhile, the smart people at Tesla like, motherfucker, what are you doing? You're not making no money doing this shit. You're fucking up the stock. You're fucking up the bag. Shit's amazing. It is fucking amazing. But here's the plan. I'm going to give y'all the play right here. Y'all ready for it? Because I want all y'all to make some money. Here's the play. They're going to privatize everything. That's the hard part of it. I was telling a father at the baseball field, my son there, he was like, Luke, what the fuck is going on here? And I say, they're going to privatize everything. And trust me, the Democrats are down with it too. What do you mean? Department of Education, everything. When you own a business, what do you do when you own a business? I don't know who Stephen is. What do you do when you own a business and you're getting ready to sell it? Or what do you do when you get ready to buy a business? Say you want to buy Luke Records. I want to buy Luke Records. You're going to look at the numbers of what the income that's being generated, and then you're going to look at the overhead. So what do you start doing if you're selling your business? You start stripping the overhead. You start getting rid of those bad contracts, them high salaries, because salaries are the highest part of owning a company. You start stripping the motherfucking salaries and getting rid of people and all that there. So then when you look at the statement, the performance statement of the company that you get ready to purchase, it's like, shit, this company, he's selling a bunch of records and the overhead is very low. This looks good. If I come in and buy this motherfucker at this number right here, then I can increase the revenue being generated by adding a few more people on. So what's the difference between getting rid of the Department of Education and stripping everything else, privatizing all these different things? They're privatizing to do what? Who's going to buy this shit? The people who put money in this campaign. That's what he sold them. They go in the back room and they have a whole bunch of people like in a room like this and the big billionaires. And they say, I want to have a meeting with this motherfucker who on Amazon. And they said, man, I need you to support my campaign. He said, well, what the fuck you going to give me? Because I'm already making billions, baby. I'm making so many motherfucking billions. I gave my wife billions. And she out there giving all the billions away. And I got me some new hoes. What the fuck? What the fuck are you going to do for me? Well, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to privatize everything. Oh, you got my undivided attention. Privatize. So what about the post office? Because, you know, I got a bunch of Amazon trucks riding around and these motherfuckers are harassing me when I want to put my Amazon plants, and all my Amazon employees continuously complain about the working conditions and the pay. You're going to privatize the postal service? You got my undivided attention. So I can buy the postal service. Yeah. And here's some other shit with that. I'm going to give you money. We're going to give you federal government money if you take over the postal service and make all the money. Oh my God. What a fucking deal. How much you need, motherfucker, in your campaign? What the fuck? Hey, you got the motherfuckers over there at the security at the airports. Yeah. Hey, you the big goddamn firm who do security around the world. I need you to put a bunch of money in my campaign. What I'm going to get? Well, we're going to privatize. You're going to take over all security at all the airports. And I might just throw in federal I might just throw in the goddamn Secret Service motherfuckers who travel around because they really ain't police like that. What? Hey, you're in education. What? Education? Yeah, we're gonna privatize the Department of Education. Since you're a big time educational person, we're gonna let you take over the fucking Department of Education. So how we gonna do all this shit? We're gonna tell people to leave. You gotta leave. You got 6 months to leave. We're gonna give you 6 months severance pay. And what the 6 months severance pay, we're not gonna tell you the real play. Because when we privatize this motherfucker, you're gonna be hurting about 9 to 12 months in, and you're gonna be desperate. Like, I ain't got a fucking job. I'm looking for a fucking job. You're gonna be desperate, so you're gonna take anything in the workplace that you work in, what you're experiencing. Getting mail from here to there. So when they privatize it, the big motherfucker, the man coming by the goddamn postal service or Department of Education or airlines or the air traffic controller motherfuckers, you know what they're going to do? They're going to hire the same people back for dirt cheap. Oh, baby. Because you're going to be desperate. And you voted for that shit, you dumb motherfuckers. That's how business works. I'm giving it to you, blood, bro. You ain't find this shit nowhere else. That's how it works. It's business 101. So if you all are smart, don't fight the feeling, baby. Because that's where we going. Don't fight it. Exactly. They fucked around and found out. I'm sitting there watching the play. I'm like, these motherfuckers really voting for this motherfucker here? You looked at that goddamn 2025 plan that being said privatize. Only the money people can afford to buy these federal agencies. Why are they getting rid of the immigrants? They get rid of them motherfucking immigrants. You got to sell your soul if you're Cuban elected. You got to sell. Why are they fucking with that? We get rid of all the criminals out of here. That's what's going to get the people all excited. You ain't had no goddamn gang member in your neighborhood. Because Americans are going to need to go to work. So we got to get rid of them. Why you fuck around with women being able to abortion? We need the white women to go and fucking have babies, because in another 50 years, white people are going to be the fucking minority around here. They'll be looking for DEI. You bitches need to go and fucking have babies. You're not going to, we fuck that. You know, you think they doing something to stop black people? How is black women going to get abortions? When the fuck did they ever do anything for black people? When did they ever make policy for black people? Hello? They taking the books and all the shit out of fucking black history, everything. They don't even want you to know how you got here, when you got here, how you came, and what the fuck they did to you while you was here. And you think for 1 minute they doing anything to help you, you got to be a motherfucking fool. Fucked around and found out. So I'm sitting there chilling, minding my own motherfucking business. Now, if you want to make some money, let me tell you what I saw, right? This is what fucked me all up. And y'all go look it up, though. Anything I say, look it up on Google. ChatGPT, I love that motherfucker. Michael Jordan. You know, there's certain black people that are in the 1%. And like I told y'all early on, that they're in the room because they were brought into the room. And they're supposed to be the representatives of the black community. See, they took that whole model of Malcolm X and fucking H. Rap Brown and Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King, and they took that model and they modified it. They say these are leaders of black people, but these motherfuckers are rogue. We're gonna have to kill them, and they killed them. And we're going to have to manufacture our own black leaders. We're going to have to put them on a pedestal, and we're going to have to make them sexy. We're going to have to make people know that these are our these are your leaders, but we're going to control them. We're going to make them. How do we control them? Because everybody loves a successful person. A broke motherfucker can't tell you shit, which is understandable. But a successful motherfucker who's sitting on the front row of the Grammys, and motherfucker who got you wearing all the shoes. Tiger Woods just stupid as fuck. When he said calibration, he just fucked up the money. That bitch ain't won a tournament since. They were like, you dumb motherfucker, you supposed to be leader of black people. We had you throw you out there. Magic Johnson. Got to smile. So Magic Johnson is part of all kind of shit. This motherfucker on the Dodgers, a basketball team, everything. They put him in every deal. That's how it works. They put you in all the deals. So I saw it the other day. But Michael Jordan is opening up free clinics. Free healthcare clinics for people to get free healthcare. When the fuck did Michael Jordan ever do anything for the black community? But make you stand in line for the motherfucking shoes? Free healthcare clinics, Michael Jordan. They done took Michael Jordan in the back room and said, look at the motherfucker. We got a couple of these motherfuckers, black celebrities that went rogue. Them bitches going crazy. We need you to open up some free healthcare clinics because we're getting ready to do what? Privatize Medicare and Medicaid. So you're going to be going to the fucking free healthcare clinic with that goddamn Jordan logo on it, and y'all going to be running there. Oh, I'm going to Jordan. I'm going to give me some free healthcare because they say, hey, Mike, open up some clinics because that's going to be the new lick. Really? How much money I can make doing this shit? Man, we're gonna privatize Medicare and Medicaid, so poor black people are not going to be able to go to the hospital because they're not going to have no Medicare and Medicaid. But if you own a clinic in the community, the federal government is going to give you money, grant money to operate those clinics. We just ain't want to get the money. We ain't getting that motherfucking money to these hospitals because they squandering the money, fucking around with the money, and we'll save money by giving you the money. So what you do is you put the money up and you invoice us. So I'm putting y'all up on game. Dude, you can't fight it. It's the Democrats, it's the government. That's what they're doing. They're privatizing everything. What you need to do is get smart and say, I need to get my little group of people, man. Fuck that. Let's get some clinics. Because the government is going to be giving you the money. They're going to be reimbursing it. Like you go to your park right now today. When you go to your park right now, they privatize the park. You got the YMCA and the Boys Club of America and some organizations. They run all the activities at the park. That used to be ran by the city. That used to be on the city budget. It's not on the city budget anymore because they tell you the city then gives the fucking Boys Club and all these different organizations the lot and say, hey, have programming. Less money we have to spend. I'm putting y'all up on good game. I don't want y'all to go out there. So what the fuck? These motherfuckers out here protesting? No. Donald Trump is the president. You got to deal with it. Now you need to know. Hey, some people say, Luke, what should I do? Should I take the 6 months? I'm like, you might want to take the 6 months because your job, what the man told him, tell us what you did in the last 10 days. Because they didn't know what they were doing. Write in a report what you did in the last 10 days. So we could justify whether we're going to keep you or not. No, they were going to get rid of your ass. They were going to keep the data, and they was going to break the data down, put it in the fucking AI machine, and the AI machine was going to be like, Bob Johnson, his job and his job responsibility was this, and he met this quota every day, and so we just need 2 or 3 people to fill Bob Johnson's job, and so now when you privatize this shit, they'll have all the data and know exactly how many people to bring back from the last regime that they fired. Close say this is so sad. No, it is. That's where we at. The Democrats is down with this shit too. Trust me. This is where we're at. It's big bank take little bank. Name something that they're shutting down that a billionaire cannot purchase. Medical field, cars, educational department of education. Name it. The postal service. Name it. Medicare, Medicaid. And boy, when they come for the VA, they're coming for the VA. They are coming for the VA. They're going to privatize the VA. Somebody from the 1%. All y'all was talking about, oh, he put money on the street. Oh, shit, he gave me a stimulus check when Nancy Pelosi gave it to you. Oh, he put me money on the street, man. Shit, man. I had money, man. When that motherfucker was the... It's going to be all right. But I'm just giving y'all some wisdom. I'm give y'all some knowledge of where you at so you can prepare yourself. Kamala Harris told you, you didn't believe it. I stopped drinking. I got rid of all my girlfriends today. I need to focus. I start exercise. As you can see, I done lost a shitload of weight. This is a 2X. I can't fit this. I wear 1X right now. I run like a motherfucker. I'm in shape. Because I need to feel like I'm 21 because this is a brand new world that we're getting ready to move in. And you gotta be prepared. You gotta build, you gotta diversify, you gotta know what the fuck you're up against. You gotta find your way in it because you're not going to be able to stop it. This is a runaway motherfucking train. And that's where we're at. Either you're gonna try to buck the train and get the fuck ran over, or you gonna find your way within the system and you're gonna be able to adjust. One thing about us as black people, we have overcame a lot, and this shit here is easy because we're born to win. We're born to survive, especially them goddamn black women. Lord, boy, that's why the black women are the most dangerous motherfuckers out there. They hate black women because they strong, passionate. They can overcome anything. They hold shit down. Black men be fucking weak and they fucking weasel and they bitch and they moan and all that. Not them black women, boy. Black women tell the black man, get your motherfucking shit up. Get your ass right. Get your ass going. I got rid of one of my little friends today. She fussed me out the other morning. Took my son to school about 6 o'clock in the morning. I was up 5 o'clock. I had only had 3 hours of sleep. I said, I got to lay back down and give me some more rest. She said, no, you don't, motherfucker. Get your ass up and keep going. I said, well, goddamn. She said, well, go do your running right now, knowing that we're going to charge my battery and get your ass going. I said, you make it feel like I'm being pimped. And I got rid of her. I shouldn't have did that. Glow, you got to go help me get her back. You know where to go find her. Tell her I apologize. I need her in my life. Just that thing right there, it makes her a keeper. I should have thought about that before I gave her a pink slip today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for being here today. I got to go see my son's baseball practice. Hopefully I enlightened you, gave you some good wisdom and some knowledge on this podcast. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to replay this thing here because this shit is deeper than fish grease. And then we're going to get back into some more 40-year anniversary. Remember, this is my 40-year anniversary of Luke Records, and I am the creator of Southern hip hop. There's nobody other than me. They're not going to fucking tell you that. I'm going to tell you that. And I've been doing it on my Instagram page. You can go over there and check out some of the conversations, but I'm going to give y'all some old fucking stories. They ain't going to tell you. I have to tell you. Unfortunately, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just giving the respect where the respect due. It's not about me. It's about the individuals who paved the way along with me, the people who went to jail, 2 Live Crew members, the people who worked at the office, who cried when we did go to jail. Us fighting for free speech, going all the way to the Supreme Court. You don't know too many motherfuckers that did. You don't know one fucking hip-hop artist that did. You looking at hip-hop right now today, you see these girls backing it up, shaking their ass. They called it back that ass up. They called it twerking and all that. No, it's booty shaking, and it was created by yours truly, fucking Uncle Luke and the Luke Dancers. It is booty shaking, popping that pussy, doo-doo brown. And that's what they do. They try to take what you created and rebrand it and take ownership of it. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, and I'm here to tell you, 40 fucking years, we just celebrated 50 years of hip hop. Well, goddamn it, I'm 40 years of starting Southern hip hop. It was no hip hop until I fucking started it. Y'all got my girl Montez Miller on here. She'll tell you when I came to BET because she worked there. When I came to fucking BET with my video, and how many times that lady Montez Miller on here, she'll tell you how many fucking times that the executives at BET told me to do a re-edit of the video. The shit you see these girls doing right now, Sexy Red, Lotto, and all them, and all that. Oh, the crowd shot, the ass shot, the this shot. How many times the motherfuckers at BET told me, no, you got to take that out. No, you got to take that out. We ain't airing that, and still didn't air my fucking video after 30 fucking edits of what you're seeing right now on TV. So I'm here to tell you, 40 years, all that shit I created. I'm the nigga who inspired these motherfuckers to want to own and operate their own companies. And the major record labels made an adjustment. They say, oh, we don't want these niggas to own and operate their own company because they're going to get all the money and they're going to fucking get rid of us. So we're going to make these niggas feel like they own a goddamn company, and they don't. You now have a record company called Bad Boy Records, but we own the masters. We're going to give you the money. to go find some artists, go produce some artists. We're going to give you a little bit more than what the artists would normally have. They made adjustments because a nigga like me was out there selling records on my own and owning Luke Records when they used to laugh at me. Luke Records, that's not Sony. What the fuck is that? And then everybody started hearing it like, oh shit, this nigga getting all the money. I want my own company. I want Bad Boy. I want LaFace. I want this. I want So Def. I want all these companies. I want my own shit. Who the fuck you think inspired these niggas? Me. 40 years later, right now, we're celebrating 40 years of Luke Records inspiring all these motherfuckers in the music business, not just in the South, but all over the country. They did not want to own their own record company until they seen this Negro right here doing it. And they try to trash me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm leaving it with that. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a nice, productive day. Hopefully, I did not hurt you all. Glow, you got a job to do. Go get my girlfriend back. Go. I really like her. I think me and her could get married. You got one job to do, Glow. Before I go back live, go into her DM and cop a plea. She's gonna fight because she's feisty now. She's gonna call me everything but the child of God. Fuck that motherfucker. But you got one job to do, Glow. Ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed myself. Hopefully y'all enjoyed yourself. Hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe on my YouTube page, Uncle Luke TV. Hey, and go to my website because the shopping cart is now up. You can get all the Luke merchandise. Follow me on X, which they're not going to calculate it. Uncle Luke Real One. Follow me on Instagram, Uncle Luke Real One, and on Facebook, my Facebook fan page. That's where you can find me at. Hey, find me in the club. That's Uncle Luke. That's where I'm at. I'll holler at y'all. Until the next time, peace. I love you all.
Make the booty go, 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 pop, pop, make the booty go, pop, pop. I need some bad girls. I'm gonna let y'all hear my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass. Sit on